I've created the ultimate One Piece tasting menu, and today I'm inviting a friend over to taste everything I've made. Each dish belongs to a different Straw Hat Pirate, and she has to guess which dish belongs to who. You guys are gonna be able to jump in on this and let me know in the comments down below which dish belongs to which one. First dish is an actual cold brew coffee that I made here at the house. The coffee beans are from Stumptown, which is a local brewery, and it goes by the name of Hairbender for this type of brew that they make. After grinding the beans, I place them all into this wonderful container that honestly, this is so much cheaper than buying cold brew. Just get one of these. Their link is in below if you want to pick one up. Added all of the water to it and let it sit for about 16 to 18 hours. Yes, this had to go overnight. Along with this cold brew, I'm pairing it with a fruit and cream Japanese style sandwich. These are pretty common out in Japan, but you don't typically see them here, so I wanted to pair this up with the coffee because this character loves both of these things. For this fruit sandwich, I'm actually using some really beautiful Japanese style milk bread, a little bit of fresh whipped cream paired with some fresh white peaches. The white peaches are just in season right now, so they're really nice. And then in between that, another layer of whipped cream followed by some really fresh cantaloupe. Cantaloupe, one of my favorite summertime fruit. After layering the fruit and the whipped cream, threw on the other piece of bread, and I actually let this sit in the fridge for about an hour just so everything was nice and cold. To serve this up, I pulled it out of the fridge, placed it on the cutting board, trimmed off the edges, which you don't have to. I like trimming off the edges for a sandwich like this. It just makes it look a lot better. And served it with that now ready to go cold brew coffee with just a splash of half and half. If you guys can guess who this is, let me know in the comments down below. It's kind of coming together. So Abigail's first dish is this cold brew coffee with this beautiful fruit and cream sandwich. You're gonna be trying each dish I put in front of you, and you have to guess whose character that dish belongs to. This is actually only characters before the time skip, but after they get to the Grand Line. Luffy, Usopp, Sanji, Zoro, Chopper, Nami, Frankie, Brook. Yes, 8 of them.
And Nico Robin.
And Nico Robin. That's the other one I forgot. We have all of them, right? She has to guess which one is right, but I'm gonna ramp it up a little bit. So we're gonna start off with four D20s.
No, get off.
4 D20s in the hat. Every time you guess right, I'm gonna add a D20, and that's $25. So you can make a total of $200, but I can also take away a D20 every time you get a question wrong.
Do I owe money at the end?
No, you won't owe any money at the end. You can enjoy it however you want.
Well, we're gonna try the cold brew first because it's hot out. Lovely. Oh. That's delicious. That's so really nice. Pardon me while I take another bite because that was really good. Oh.
Who do you think this belongs to?
Just because of all the fruit in there, I automatically wanted to say Nami, but I know it's not Nami. At first, just because it was a sweeter sandwich, I wanted to say Chopper, but I don't think it's Chopper. I'm trying to think of who likes coffee.
For shame.
Oh God, this is gonna be so hard. I'm like overthinking it now too. I'm just like, I'm psyching myself out. Oh, Gandalf, what do you think? Perfect. I'm gonna go Robin.
You get another $25! It was Nico
Yay!
Robin. There you go. For the next one, I'm gonna be doing a beautiful floral tea paired with a curry takoyaki. Now, takoyaki traditionally is stuffed with octopus, and I've made that quite a few times, but this character really does love takoyaki and curry, so I decided to combine the two together to hopefully make it a little more challenging. The curry takoyaki was super simple. I used just a basic takoyaki batter, and after making the batter, I paired it with just a bit of fresh corn. This is just sweet corn, along with some pickled ginger. This goes inside the takoyaki. Now the curry bit is actually super easy. I'm using Japanese style curry, which just comes out of a box. Added a bit of water to the pot, cooked it down, and once it was fully cooked, all you really need to do is place it into some kind of heat-proof container and let it cool down completely. Once it's cooled down, you can actually cut it into these really beautiful little cubes, and this is what goes into the takoyaki as you cook it. That way, as you're making the takoyaki and you kind of form everything together and you start solidifying that takoyaki, the curry gets covered in all of the batter. This way, when you bite into it, you should get a burst of curry. I'm topping this off with just a bit of Kewpie mayo along with some Bachan's barbecue sauce, which is one of my go-tos for anything like this. A little more fresh corn so you know what's in there, along with that pickled ginger. And this is course number 2, the floral tea with curry takoyaki. Do you guys have any idea who this is? Because this one I was trying to make a little more difficult. So the next course is a curry takoyaki. So these are actually filled with curry and not octopus.
Okay.
Then it's topped with corn and ginger, and it's also filled with corn and ginger. And then it's being paired with a really nice black tea.
I just had like horror flashbacks from the bad devil fruits with the peanut butter squid.
Okay, I did try this earlier. It's really good.
Oh, these smell so good. Oh, hot.
There you go. You choke on it.
It's really good. I really love the ginger too. Gives it a nice little bite. Meh.
All right, what do you think it is?
It has to be either Brooke or Frankie.
Okay.
That's in my mind, that's what it has to be.
So you're already eliminating Chopper.
Well, now I'm second guessing myself. I just feel like Chopper has to be something sweet. And because it's takoyaki, my mind immediately goes to Luffy instead. And I know it's not Luffy. I feel like it has to be Brooke.
Is that your final answer?
Brooke is my final answer.
You get another dice.
Yes!
Stupid dice.
Okay, I'm gonna eat one more and burn my mouth a little bit more.
Now the main course is this fantastic, ginormous burger. This is what I call a California style burger. This is a nice 5-ounce patty smash burger that is just done in a cast iron pan with a little bit of butter, salt and pepper on the burger just for seasoning. For the bun, I'm just doing a really nice local brioche bun that I picked up at a bakery because yes, I can make my own brioche buns, but the bakery is literally down the street and I get coffee from them basically every day. Support local businesses. Once the bun was nice and toasted and we got that burger ready, I added just a bit of smoked cheddar cheese right on top of that burger, threw a lid on it and let the cheese kind of melt a bit. Once that was totally ready to go, I placed this onto that bottom bun with just a bit of fresh lettuce. Onto that, I did some really nice smoked crispy bacon, just a few slices right on top of that, followed by some roasted jalapenos for a little bit of heat, and then some roasted and pickled bell peppers. Just adds that little dimension of flavor and some acidity to all of this fat that we're gonna have. Finally, I'm topping it off with a bit of fresh avocado because you absolutely have to, a pinch of salt onto the avocado just to season it, and then finally the bun with just a little bit of ketchup. This ginormous burger gets paired with a homemade cola. The cola though is not a traditional Coca-Cola. I did a little bit of a spin on it. It's closer to Dr. Pepper if you've ever had that. This one is just a bit of water and sugar along with some fresh orange peel, and then I took the orange, cut it in half and squeezed half of the orange to get the juice in there. For seasonings, I added a bit of cinnamon, a bit of clove, and a touch of nutmeg. Once everything was in there, I just cooked it down just until all of the water and the sugars were played together and they kind of dissolved, and then took this and cooled it down completely. Once the syrup was ready, all I had to do was pair it with soda water that I made in my soda stream, so I technically made my own carbonated water, kind of. I think I made this one too easy.
Floppy avocado. I absolutely know who this one is.
Okay, who does this one belong to?
Frankie!
I think you made this too easy, but yes, you get another dice.
I'm not gonna lie, before you even brought the cola out, I was just thinking, I'm like, it's gonna be Frankie because I saw the burger and I'm just like, a burger is the best food that goes with cola.
Yes. We don't need to see this. We're just gonna get into this one. This one is gonna be a homemade cotton candy Pop-Tart. I'm making these descriptions too simple, aren't I? But for this Pop-Tart, it's actually super simple to do. I took some flour and some really ice cold butter along with some salt and a touch of ice water, threw it into a blender and made my own pastry dough. After making the pastry dough, I let it hang out in the fridge while I made the filling, which is a really beautiful strawberry style jam. These are just fresh organic strawberries that I, again, picked up locally from another farm that's nearby. I try to do that as often as possible. After prepping them out and removing the stems, I just paired it with just a touch of sugar. This helps macerate them and allow them to leach any excess liquid and actually helps break them down later when we go to cook them. After they sat for like 10 or 15 minutes, it doesn't take too long, I placed them in a small pot and cooked them over the stove just until they got nice and jammy. Once they were nice and jammy, I hit it with just a touch of lemon juice. It just brightens everything up. And then this just had to cool down completely. While that was cooling down, I grabbed my dough out of the fridge and started rolling this out into the sheets that I needed for my homemade Pop-Tarts. The homemade Pop-Tarts are actually really easy to make. And honestly, I encourage you guys to make these, and I'll try to put up all these recipes on chefpk.com if you want to pick them up. All you really do is roll out your dough, and I used a Goku trading card to measure out the size of a Pop-Tart, which is a little bit small, but it's fine. It's a Goku trading card. Once you have all your pieces cut out, all you really need to do is egg wash them. And you can kind of keep these close on the sheet tray. They're not gonna like touch while they bake. They don't really move around too much. And after you egg wash them, throw a nice dollop of your strawberry jam that's completely cold now. Remember, do not put any hot jam on this because it'll melt the butter. You don't want to do that. Throw the other piece of your pastry on top of that one, and then once you have that there, take a fork and crimp everything down so they don't hopefully open up in the oven. Once that's ready to go, egg wash it again, poke it a couple of times so the steam has somewhere to escape, otherwise it explodes in the oven. I baked them for about 25 minutes or so, just until they were nice and golden, and then let them cool down completely before I put on the cotton candy icing. Now, realistically, this icing doesn't taste like cotton candy. It just kind of looks like cotton candy, but I'm just being real with you. This icing is just powdered sugar, a touch of milk, as well as just a bit of food coloring to give it that like beautiful red and those blues that I wanted. And once the pastry was completely cold, I dressed each of the Pop-Tarts with those icings to kind of give it that fun cotton candy summer vibe, which I absolutely love. And this is the dessert course. Let me know who you think it is. It probably is pretty obvious at this point, yeah. This is a strawberry-filled cotton candy Pop-Tart. Why do you eat the strawberry first?
Because I love strawberries. Oh, no, but the first one.
Oh yeah, no, totally, yeah, whatever you said.
Looks alone, this is Chopper.
I know. Okay, what's your final answer?
I don't know, this one's really hard.
Just say it so I can throw the damn dice in there.
Chopper!
It is Chopper. I hope you guys guessed right too. If you guys want to see more, make sure you check out the Discord to support the channel directly for $5 a month. My name is Chuck PK, and remember, keep playing with your food. Oh, also, go watch the first video over here.
Are you Zorro all of a sudden?
Yeah.
This way, no, this way.
No sense of direction.
Goes that way.